Letterboxing, a game of finding hidden rubber stamps originating on Dartmoor in 1854. With any free time, that's where you'll find me, Rat Boy, often with my boxing chum, Sigh of Relief, and stubborn retriever, Mabel. We're hooked on boxing. It gets you nicely knackered in nature, explores for Moore's tours, and puts faces to fellow nutcases. But as the mind of a boxer is naturally inquisitive, Rat and Relief began to wonder about the spread of letterboxing and if the game existed beyond the bounds of Dartmoor. And sure enough, after a look online, it didn't take long to learn that as well as local out-of-area boxes existing, letterboxing scenes have popped up around the UK and wider world. The thought of a trip to another scene festered in us until words no longer satisfied the itch. We decided to plan a trip, but where? I might get away with somewhere local, but abandoning my little family to go on a big trip was out of the question. Other national parks seemed appealing, but when Lundy Island appeared on the radar, it seemed like a sensible option. Not too far, enough stamps to collect a complete set of, and a neighbour to Dartmoor. Also, when I learnt of a box there hidden on Rat Island, which can only be accessed during a low spring tide, there was no changing my mind. Despite being so close, Lundy had completely escaped my knowledge, so a few books were read, including Alan Rowland's Lundy Letterboxes, a must-have for any Lundy letterboxer, and a special stamp was made to commemorate the trip. And soon enough the date rolled around, time to go.
Hey, mate.
Sorry.
I'd leave you camping chair. I only say that because I didn't bring one. So I won't get jealous.
I don't mind because this is one less one to carry, isn't it?
Yeah.
From my reading, I sensed most visit Lundy for the love of its wildness, or a special interest in its history or wildlife. I wasn't quite sure how well letterboxing would fit in. Would it be some novel gimmick, or gel well with the ethos of the island? We wondered how many had made the trip before with the sole purpose to letterbox, or were we one of few? Only one way to find out. Our hunt would begin before leaving the Oldenburg, as there's even a box hidden aboard. Then, with seals welcoming our arrival, we began the walk to the upper plateau to find the campsite and set up base. But since our luggage wouldn't arrive for a few hours, we shed some weight, got to know the village, then wasted no time buying the letterboxing clue pack from the general store, which for £12 includes clues for all 28 boxes and a bonus box, a map, notepad, pen, and a durable zip bag to keep it all safe. With plenty of the day left and our tents still being checked for contraband, we set off to find the closest boxes. We'd made a good dent collecting 8 nearby boxes, then enjoyed our first evening up the Old Light, where it became quickly obvious why all fall in love with the charm of this beautiful 3x1 mile granite lump in the Bristol Channel. I already wished I'd visited sooner.
What are you reading there? Me? Oh, Islands, Lundy by A.N. Lamb.
Oh, same with me.
Oh, right.
You got to the bit about the Lundy cabbage, yeah?
No. Spoiler.
Sorry. On day 2, we continued our strategy of collecting the southernmost boxes first and enjoyed gradually climbing the island. The first box of the day was a bit enigmatic in the way its clue was hidden in with another box we'd already collected, but failed to notice. Thankfully though, we could bypass this hurdle using Alan Rowland's book, which contains all the clues. We felt pretty smug at this point, But our egos were brought crashing back down to earth later when getting the tide times for Rat Island wrong, meaning it was completely inaccessible without swimming, which is not recommended.
Excuse me, have you seen the box anywhere? Oh, it's down there. Oh, cheers, mate. Love that. They'd have to run.
Oh, yeah, mate. That's that Lundy cabbage I was talking about yesterday.
Oh yeah, so it is.
See if it's got a cabbage in there. Hello. Size of that.
Well, that's dinner sorted.
Get on. Speaking of crashing down to earth, we'd later visit a box commemorating a German bomber that struck the cliffs in a failed emergency landing. We were able to learn more about this as each letterbox included a little card with information relating to the area the boxes were hid in. This became a great way to learn more about each area we visited, and the stamp made a great souvenir to remember each place by. Our knowledge of Lundy grew with every box, and following their route took us right by the Puffins, which is high on many visitors' wish lists.
Yeah, Si, I think you know what we've got to do here.
Oh yeah, what's that?
We've got to fire the Lundy cabbage out of the cannon.
Read my mind. Oh, fits perfectly.
On day 3, we met Boris the cow en route to find the eastern boxes. While sheltered from the prevailing southwestern wind under blue skies, we felt we'd hit the jackpot with our choice of trip, and our luck continued to grow through the day.
Like a surprise for you.
We found the rabbit stamp by Quarry Beach. The bonus stamp moved between boxes by finders, meaning its collecting is never guaranteed. And after finding the rest of our targets along with another crashed bomber, we decided to ride our luck by returning to Rat Island for revenge.
3, 2, 1.
Arriving 2 hours before low tide gave us time to cool off before choosing the right time to strike when the water low enough.
Whoa, careful. So check the map. We need to go to the far side, up that tail.
Very keen not to get stranded, we didn't have much time to get clips.
Yeah! Give me some skin, boy. Yes!
But we were able to hastily scurry up to the box and deposit some postcards for the next visitors to post home. Then, after another big day on the boxes, it was time for some hearty grub and beer before tomorrow's big day up north.
I can't believe we made this on a camp stove, Simon.
In the night though, the scales of fortune were reset when a gale blew through, causing Si's tent to explode and forcing him to sleep in the museum.
You're not helping.
Yeah, but one day you look back and want to remember that.
Oh, our tickets are still dry.
Assessing our options in the morning, we considered collecting the final boxes in double time to make the day's returning boat. But after the island staff, who frankly couldn't do enough for us, were able to find some emergency accommodation, we decided not to cut our adventure short.
Hello.
As who knows when the stars will align for the next one. Off we went to the north end, where beyond three-quarter wall we didn't see a soul all day. The blusterous beauty was all ours, with only the birds, seals and plants to watch us complete our feat. There were just 5 boxes to go, so with no need to rush, we took our time to spy on wildlife along the way.
So 90 paces of a bearing of 70 degrees.
7.
Yeah.
We collected the northernmost box last, the North Light, which made a fitting finish to our quest. If it's peace you need, go spend time there. We walked the western way back to base, ensuring we'd completed a loop of the island, then triple-checked the beer was up to scratch while entering tipsy accounts into the letterboxing logbooks found on the shelves in the Morisco Tavern. And what did we write? That's for us to know and you to find out. The day closed with a lecture in the church on using drones and AI to upgrade the annual Lundy cabbage count. Powerful stuff. Day 5 was a free day, so after a lazy morning, we collected our certificates of completion and took a moment to feel smug again.
Don't look at me. Carry on.
Oh, yeah. One certificate, please.
Okay, coming right up. Right.
Yeah.
Chair, White Island,
Right, Island.
Island, Northern Light.
Oh, wow.
Oh, a special stamp, eh?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No expense paid.
Thank you very much.
Well done, you.
With the rest of the day, we decided to go and investigate some of the areas unofficial letterboxes had been cited by enthusiasts, but removed being too dangerous. Quite wisely too, we thought, after seeing the sites. More on this can be found in Alan Rowland's book, Lundy Letterboxes. On day 6, it was sadly time to leave. We'd both had a great trip and knew it wouldn't be the last time we'd visit. All's left to do now is to summarise my thoughts on the trip. Lundy's a dream location for letterboxing. As some form of geographical cousin, it felt to me like Dartmoor combined with the beauty of a good craggy coast path. The Atlantic wind brings a blast of fresh sea air, and it's impossible not to sit a while when stamping in to watch a boat, bird or seal. And as for the letterboxing, I was personally very impressed. The boxes were thoughtfully presented, well maintained, and the participation far surpassed my expectations. The clues are easy enough for children to understand, but not so easy that each box can be found without directions and a good search. The difficulty level is also a great idea, as beginners can build confidence before targeting tougher boxes. After finishing the letterboxing trail, Si and I agreed that we felt we'd got to know our way around the island well and had a good understanding of all the included features. Being very critical, something I noticed among Lundy collectors was a lack of etiquette when signing visitor books. In Dartmoor letterboxing, visitor books are signed using the collector's unique personal stamp, which was done by some on Lundy, but most stamped the books using the stamp found in the box, filling the books unnecessarily and even covering a person's postcard beyond the point of postage. But this is easily forgiven, as most Lundy letterboxes are likely new to the game and don't know about personal stamps.
Hey!
But maybe if you're watching this, fancy finding the Lundy boxes yourself and really want to stand out in the visitors' books, you'll make and take your own personal stamp. Here's a link on screen to a video about personal stamps in case interested. All in all, I was delighted by the boxing buzz on Lundy, but also jealous of its uptake by children and adults alike. I was initially driven to make these videos when I sensed Dartmoor letterboxing had faded from its former glory, to try and rekindle its scene. Yet, on Lundy, everybody you spoke to knew about letterboxing. All boxes had regular traffic, and each evening in the tavern, collectors formed friendships and shared tips about boxes. This energy toward letterboxing on Lundy seemed a microcosm for my dreams for Dartmoor letterboxing, and perhaps a window into an enthusiastic age Dartmoor letterboxers may never get to experience again. Chin up, Ratty. 'Tis better to have boxed than never box at all, and the boxing on Lundy was sensational. Seriously, I'll end this video now so you can go book a boat. Thanks for watching.